Hey guys, how's it going today? Well, I'm in the shop again today and well, we're working on a very expensive island here, and I'm gonna show you guys what this island actually looks like, and also a method to be able to do the tops here, because there's a special way to do the top here. It's very, very big, as you can tell. Nice thickness too. So here it is here. Beautiful island, $3,000. And it also comes with, I think, 4 bar stools. So, very, very nice. Also has, what do you call it, inside. It's got a couple of shelves in there as well. So I'm going to show everybody here how to properly stain a tabletop, because you just can't do one of these just like that because of the issues you'll come across, right? So I already have my stain prepared, right? So first of all, before we touch any stain at all, right, I'm going to move this bad boy over because we don't want to get the existing stain on the piece, right? So, especially with that kind of money involved, you really don't want to screw up a $3,000 piece. Imagine, the customer would say, this particular one here is going to be basically midnight blue on the outside, but I'm going to be staining the interior, like the drawers and of course the shelves and the interior part, and also the top is getting stained. So it doesn't really matter if stain got on this piece, but for future reference, everybody, if that's not the case, move your piece aside so you don't really screw it up. So I've taken the liberty also to spray the top off because, a lot of the times it's not, sprayed, right? So I'm gonna cut to the chase here. So here's the trick to be able to do it properly. Right, of course, we're going to start with where the runs start, right? So we're going to just go all the way around. I'm going to do this very quickly. Right? Now, method for this, make sure it's wet, right? And we're going to go in one direction, right? Make sure you get everything, right? You don't want to just go like a hyena and just start staining everywhere. Flip it over. You want that consistent look all the way through, right? So always have it wet. You don't want any dry spots when you're staining, See, as you notice, the stain is running, right? It would show if we didn't do our borders first. So here we go. Seems simple when you got the method down packed too, so that actually helps. All right, I'm just making sure the rag is comfortable for me to use. All right, so flip it over. Wet to wet. That's what you want. Wet to wet. Right? So I'm going to go on this side now. Right? Same spot where I left off. And keep going wet to wet. Right? So. Okay. You don't want to stop anywhere because the moment you put your rag down, the mark actually shows. I've done it on pieces and screwed them up, and I got in trouble for it. After that, you just, if there's any little lines, because sometimes, they want it beat up at their tabletops or whatever, and so you gotta take the time, like what I'm doing, to fill in the holes, because you want a consistent look, right? So, alright. There we go. Very, very simple, as you notice. Alright, so try this, guys. Alright, now I'm going to get a rag. Alright. And I'm going to do the same thing by drawing it. Right? You don't have to, right? But it just makes you look good too, because you're doing it the proper way. You know what I mean? So I'm just going to dry this off. I'm doing it this way because it is a very large tabletop or countertop, because it is an island. So I'm going to do it in sections. Right? As you notice, it's all a consistent look, which I hope you guys can actually see this. So, beautiful. I love the look of this. Nice. Very, very, very nice. You know? And we're going to turn it over and do the same thing. It's nice when you have both sides done, then when you put the top on your unit, it all looks good. You don't want to put the top on and then the customer wants it all done because they see it because they're picky, right? So, do it right the first time. Work smart, not hard, you know? Even though you got to work hard too, but, you know, it's principle, right? So, there we go. Beautiful. Now I wish I had another person to help me turn this over. I always have no hands to be able to do stuff, so I'm going to try something and I think it'll work. So I'll put my rag here in front of you guys. I'm just going to slide this in front of me and flip it over. It's the bottom, no one's going to really see it, right? So that's why I always start with the top first. You know? Okay, nice and wet again, right? So that's what you want. It's a little rough on the bottom here, but it doesn't really matter, right? So very large tabletop, or correction, countertop. See, I'm not supposed to be touching it like this, but it's on the bottom, so it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? But if this was the top, you notice I never touched the top with my hands. The part that the public sees is what you want to preserve, because that's your selling feature, or the look that you want, right? So you don't want any imperfections at all. That's the last thing you need. Right. Of course, rub it on in, because it's going to run on the side, but we fixed that at the beginning. Right, so there we go. All right. And of course, we're going to take our dry rag, right? And I'm going to do it in sections again. This. I want to show you guys something here. Remember I told you when you touch your hands on stuff, it'll show. You see this in here? That's my handprints, you see? They actually show. So imagine if this was the top, we'd be in serious trouble, you see? But lucky, like I said, it's only the bottom, see? More fingerprints, you see? So there's a little bit of a learnt lesson there, right? So I'm gonna flip this over and then show you the top, which I didn't touch, and you'll know what I mean. So, and these things get drenched real quick, so you'll go through a lot of shirts, guys, or rags, whatever you use, right? So. Yeah, this is like drenched. So I'll just get rid of that and I'll grab another one here. Something like this there. There you go. Right, that's better. It's drier. Because you don't want to grab it afterwards and it's wet and then you touch something and then you ruin the other pieces. Bad. Very bad. Yeah. So, looking good. Even though it's only the bottom, it's not the nicest part. So, all these little scuff marks too, you see? Not very good. So, bottom. Doesn't matter as much. Right. Okay, I'm going to show you guys the top after, right? Okay. I just gotta clean the stain off the top, okay? And you'll see what I mean. Okay, big difference here, you see? You don't see any fingerprints whatsoever, do you? It might be a little wet there, okay? Alright, no fingerprints whatsoever, right? Everything's all part of the table, it's your top, right? So it looks the best. So this is the difference. So. Okay, this is the way it comes, right? That's not my doing. It's how it's made. This is how the customer wanted it. So now you actually see the difference, guys. So I'm going to finish off with this project here. Now, if you're wondering what to do with this, right? Number your drawers because they all fit differently, right? As funny as that might sound, right? I just use a little black marker. You know what I mean? Something like this, right? And number them just in the back of your drawer, right? And stain the inside. Do the same method. I usually start from the outside, work my way around, and then I do the middle because you don't want no spots or runs or nothing. So I hope that this tip has been useful, everybody. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you in the next video. Bye for now.